What is up, internet? It's your boy Tinku, and today we're gonna change pace a little bit. I don't do very many of these because I don't really play a ton of video games anymore. But we're gonna actually review a game, and we're gonna talking about Tales of Arise. So before we get started, guys, don't forget to like those videos, watch those videos, subscribe to the channel, and with all that said, I'm gonna go ahead and just get started on it. So I'm a big fan of the Tales games. They're made by Bandai Namco, and I've been playing them since Tales of Symphonia, which was on the GameCube back in the day. However, I'm the type of guy, with the exception of Final Fantasy XIV and the expansions, I don't buy games at full price because 90% of my life is anime and manga, as you can tell from the channel. And I just like to wait to see reviews and not pay full price because that's just kind of how I am, because I don't really play a ton. But Bandai Namco did something that really impressed me, and they got me. So basically, with Tales of Arise, there was a lot of calls for people to censor the game because of some outfits that might have been in the game and of a scene or two that might have been in the game. You know, Sony, that's my big problem with Sony, that they like to censor a lot of stuff too. And Bandai Namco told those people to kick rocks. And so that's how they got me. Like, I'm the type of guy, good behavior gets rewarded. So I went to go pre-order the game, and they got me. Instead of just buying the game, I pre-ordered the big old deluxe edition they got, and you know, they got me. They did. And I got all the pre-order stuff, all the outfits, all the good stuff that's going on, and I am having fun changing the outfits when I get to different stages, things like that. Basically, this game revolves around Alphen, who is also known as the Iron Mask. He's the main character. He's the first character you get. He doesn't feel pain. That's his thing. Like, he can get beat, but he doesn't feel pain. And in this world, basically, you have Rena, who dominates the world of Dana. Basically, everybody, there's regions, and everybody's a slave on this world, and they're harvesting their energy. They have this thing called the Crown Game, and the leaders of the region compete to become the region, which is the king of Renan. And that's when you meet Shion. And Shion is actually Renan, who has this thing, a curse almost, called the Thorns. So anybody that touches her gets shocked, so people can't touch her. So she's used to being very isolated, things like that, and she has what's called a Master Core, which is a basic source of power that she has in her, and she can summon this thing called the Blazing Sword. Well, it's a blazing sword, and the thing's literally on fire like all the time, so nobody can use it, except for Alphen, who doesn't feel pain. And so basically she decides to partner up with him to kill all the lords and free Dana on her own accord because it's something that's going on. And he's the only one that can use the blazing sword, even though it damages him, but he doesn't feel pain. She heals him right away, always, after he uses it. And that's the basic story. You do get a lot more people in your party, which is amazing. There is Rinwell, who is a mage. She is like a petite little schoolgirl looking thing. She has a best friend that's like an owl, and that's when, if you're a collector, you like to collect things, you can go about and collect all these owls, and they give you costume items, which is pretty cool. There's Law, who is a hand-to-hand combat expert, karate if you will, and he's pretty fun to see some of his scenes go in and out. There's Kisara, who is a knight. She uses the big shield, so she's like the paladin or tank, pretty much, I guess you could say. And then there is Dolhim, I can't really pronounce his name, and he is another Renin who was a lord, but doesn't want to take part in the crown contest, and I don't want to say more than that because his story is pretty good, so we'll just leave it at that. But those are the characters you can get, and you can switch them out and play. And the gameplay is good. I'm not too big of an action RPG guy, even though I make an exception for the Tales games, because that's what they are, they're action RPG. But the story is good, it's solid. The combat is actually pretty impressive. I play on a controller, so it gets kind of rough at most, but you can actually swap, because you can only have 4 people at a time. But what I like about the mechanics is you can swap them in and out. So even if somebody dies in combat, you can actually swap it for one of your other party members that you have, if you want to. And you can even use the other party members that's not in your main party's special abilities that are situational, that they have. They have situational special abilities that you use, and you can use them even though they're not in your party. So I really like that a lot. So far, the story is great and awesome. I can't get enough of it. I'm a collector, so I've been running around trying to find all the owls and things, and trying to make all the gear, collect all the stuff to make all the armor and things like that. And it's a nice solid RPG. It's a good change of pace. Plus, like I said, I really appreciate the fact that Bandai Namco decided not to censor it. And I looked at the costumes that were supposed to be problematic, and it's literally like a girl in a bathing suit. Oh no! Ooh. Like, there's literally, the dudes have like some of the costumes where they're in thongs and they're all shopping. That's fine. That's okay. The thong dudes are fine, but girls in a swimsuit or bikini, oh no! So, it's just dumb. I'm going to support them because they refuse the censorship. And like I said, I'm not completely opposed to censorship if you do it in a funny way, like Why in the Hell Are You Here Sensei does. You know, they censor it because obviously they have to, but they do it, they make it funny. So that's, you know, good. That's how you do it. And if you want uncensored stuff, you just buy the Blu-ray, or there's ways to get the uncensored stuff. But the fact that Namco decided not to do it, I appreciate it. I bought the game. It's really enjoyable. It's a great playthrough, guys. I recommend picking it up. It's definitely worth it. And, you know, what can I say? With all that said, guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below on the Twitter, Facebook, Instagrams. If you like these videos, the video game ones too, I have a couple of video game ones on here, but mostly anime, manga. Editor Senpai put them up here below. And remember, if you can't trust the random fat guy you met on the internet, then who can you trust? And everybody have an awesome day.